Hi, this is Dollar Day Trader, my trading recap for Wednesday, August 11th, 2021. So back-to-back recaps, feels good. Trying to get back into a groove here. So really quickly, I'll go over my TNA trade. So those that have maybe followed me before or haven't, I mostly trade a couple leverage ETFs, TNA, TQQQ, but TNA is the 3 times leverage small cap ETF, leverage ETF. So basically follows the IWM, which follows the Russell small cap index. So basically, if the IWM is up 1%, TNA will be up 3%. Conversely, if IWM's down 3%, we could have TNA down 9%. So just give more range for the trades. It's good. Once you study it for a while, you get pretty good patterns and consistent patterns and so forth. So anyway, the trade here today, we have these double lines, which is a pre-market level I've created. Can hardly see it in the 2-minute there, a little bit up top, but here on the 5-minute, much better. And it really gapped below that. So it opened here and it just kind of went down. I actually bought a few shares trying to get a bounce off of the moving average here. But it was a small share size. I wasn't too worried if it dumped afterward, which it did. Pretty big dump here. And then I had a level around 86.74. So I bought some shares and sold on the recovery here as it kind of curls. And then I kind of was hovering back and forth. I bought some more again, sold some here. So I kind of just bought and sold around the range here, but never enough where I'm going to get in trouble. So pretty modest shares. And we did dump some more. And I did happen to catch close to the bottom here and bought a couple here on a couple of my accounts and then just kind of sold all the way through. Which leads me to my options trade, which I am practicing, but practicing sim. So it's not live yet. So I want to get some practice in. But I like the possibilities, and I'll share why it could make sense to be a good thing to learn. So here on my P&L, I had done it was actually messing with my hotkeys. That's why I didn't lose $800 there. That was my other sim account. But overall, I made $35-40. But I was practicing. I actually did only two options trade, and one of them, well, I set up the hotkey, bought like 400 shares, and then went down, and it wasn't a good. It was just clerical error there. So it's really I did the option trade on IWM, so keeping with the same family. And it was around here where I bought my option trade, and I'll show you the chart in a second. But just wanted to show it was around this area, and I thought it had potential to break down around 1030. You do have the double bottom potential, which is what ended up happening, but it was kind of like a hedge almost. I was kind of like, okay, if it breaks down, I'm going to try option here for a put option, which a put option means it increases in value as the underlining goes down. So instead, it kind of squeezed me and I stopped out. And I'll show the chart here in a second. So here's the chart. So I bought around 44 cents per contract, and I stopped out around 38.39. So that was actually the real options trade I did, not the one that the hotkey era. So what's as you can see here, which is kind of frustrating, is it did curl up at 10:30, the IWM, and then it crashed down and made the low around 11:30.12. And the value of this put, and maybe I need to work on once again my stop losses, as like I did yesterday, was too tight. It ran up from 44, 43 where I got in, and all the way up to over like around 70 cents. So we basically have a 0.5% move on IWM, but the underlying option, it went up. Let's see, just gonna ballpark 70 and 40. So that's about 75% increase. 75%. So that's just ridiculous. That's why I think it is beneficial to learn, because even if you're only doing one contract and risking $5 or $10 per contract, I mean, the risk to reward, if you are familiar with options, and obviously I'm not. I know a little bit, but not like this style. I usually done swing options before, but not intra-day. So anyway, that's why I like kind of learning it, and I'll be glad to share my learnings as I go on the rest of the year, and hopefully we can learn together. So hope everyone had a good day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.